Welcome to Take Two, the podcast with the Rock 95 morning crew. And today, talking about the anniversary of a very special concert here in Barrie. Live 8, the 20th anniversary.
Craig, Brian, and MJ, the Rock 95 morning crew on Barrie's rock station, Rock 95.
So a 20-year anniversary today, and I asked people to try to figure out exactly what it was, and we didn't get one single correct answer on the text line at 705-735 Rock. Yeah, they were all guessing weather related events, because usually when the tornado happens, we talk about, when it's a massive event like that affected so many people. This was a little bit different. It's the Live 8 concert that took place in Barrie. Yeah. Happened on July 2nd, 2025, which was the 20-year anniversary of the Live Aid concert that took place, which was not in Barrie.
Right. Follow along with that.
Yeah, I mean, this just wasn't in Barrie. There was a concert in London. There was concerts in Philadelphia. It was a big pitch. It was Bob Geldof, if you remember. He did the Live Aid one, and then the Live 8 one was to kind of coincide with the G8 summit and try to bring attention to world hunger, poverty, if you will. And then they had a concert here, and it was, where you go to get toys at Toys R Us now or go to Cabela's. It's
was the home of this monumentous occasion.
Which a lot of concerts were held there. But, yeah, Park Place in Barrie was once known as Molson Park, and that's where people partied and had big concerts there. And Live 8 was one of them. And I just started here at Rock 95 at the time. Yeah. I was only here about a year. And it was a massive deal. And I was kind of scared. I'm like, boy, it's going to be tough getting around town.
Sure.
On that day, because they were expecting like 150,000 people.
Massive.
And, so I don't know if anybody from the station went. I can't remember. But I do know one thing that we did was we got Rock 95 beach balls. And we sent somebody with them. So I'm assuming somebody from the station went. And then you could see them on TV because this was broadcast around the world.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So they when they went to Barrie, which I don't even think they called it Barrie on the broadcast.
Probably called it Toronto.
Yeah. We always get pushed to the side.
A small suburb north of Toronto.
Sure enough, we saw Rock 95 beach balls being batted around in the air, which I thought was kind of cool. Yeah, it was a massive, massive event. And we weren't the first choice by any means.
No, it's kind of crazy to look at.
Yeah, but you stepped up to the occasion.
Right. I mean, Ottawa was considered right near the Parliament buildings because they have such a big area that they said they have capacity for 75,000, but at the time they went too small.
Yeah, but and they were worried people were going to damage the Parliament buildings.
Which was wild. So then they announced Toronto on June 15th.
Right.
So that's quite close to July 2nd. They just said Toronto. Then they're like, okay, is it going to be Downsview Park? Is it going to be Exhibition Place? Is it going to be Molson Amphitheatre? Is it going to be Sunnyside Beach, which would involve floating stages on Lake Ontario?
Well, that'd be a sight.
No. They finally decided, on Barrie here on the 21st of June.
Very close, yeah.
Holy moly.
It was
less
a huge
than 2
rush.
weeks.
Yeah, Downsview Park was considered, but they had a Canada Day celebration, and they figured they couldn't tear things down and rail it back up again in time for.
Yeah, you're right. Same with Molson Amphitheatre at the time.
Yeah. So Barrie was home to it, and what a list of performers. I remember Dan Aykroyd and Tom Green were the hosts for the event, so they would be on stage several times throughout introducing the acts. A lot of Canadian acts that you would expect to be a part of this were a part of it. You'd see like Our Lady Peace, Tragically Hip were there.
Sam Roberts.
Tom
Cochrane.
Yeah, Neil Young kind of wrapped up at the event. He was the kind of main attraction at the end, but there were some international flavor to it as well. Motley Crue was there.
Nice.
So that's good. Deep Purple was there as well. Jet. So it was quite the...
And so it was one day, right?
It was one day, yeah.
I can't calculate because the online it's telling me these weird time zones. But anyway, it would have been all day.
It was all day. And
like starting in the morning.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm seeing, I want to say 20 performers, right?
Yeah, and there was broadcasts where they would cut back and forth to several different events. London was certainly the place to be as far as performances go. I mean, not that Barrie was, small potatoes.
No.
But they had like Paul McCartney and Pink Floyd reunited. for this.
At London?
Yes.
Oh.
So we're talking about, David Gilmour and Roger Waters is the final time they were ever together at this point. So it was such a huge deal.
It's monumental.
It is monumental. It was monumental. I remember watching it at home all day. It was something we were kind of fixated with, that Barrie was a part of this. Now, we don't get credit for it.
But the beach ball somewhere on an 8mm will live on forever.
Exactly. What I'd love to know, if there's anybody listening that was there, right? Like, I don't hear about it talked anymore. Like, nobody ever brings it up that this was a part of Barrie history. But if you were there, I would love to hear from you and talk about your experience if you remember it. So it was 20 years ago. So 705-721-ROCK.
Rock 95.
We're talking about an anniversary, the 20-year anniversary of Live 8. Not Live Aid. Live Aid was the first one, and then they did a sequel to celebrate that 20th anniversary called Live 8. And they ended up right here in Barrie at Molson Park, which is now Park Place, if you're new to the area.
There's a lot to follow along here.
It certainly is.
It can be a little...
Grab your pen and paper, kids.
I'm trying to decipher the layers as well, however.
But it was a giant concert that was a worldwide benefit concert. They were trying to bring attention to poverty. Some of the biggest stars in the world were performing on the stage, not only right here in Barrie, but there was a concert in London. There was a concert in Philadelphia, all around the world with huge names contributing their talents to it. And we had it in Barrie. Now, we weren't the first choice. It's not like they looked at it and said, Barrie's where we got to be.
That's right.
They tried a few places and it just happened. We had such a great time with Molson Park. We had so many big concerts in our years there. But Live 8 was one of them, and we just wanted to get some attention and see if there's anybody that actually remembers the event and was at there. And you were?
Yeah, not only was I there, but I'm actually on YouTube. In the concert, you can see a video of me on YouTube.
What are you doing?
I was partying. Just on the video. Yeah, it's just me rocking out.
All right, so think back to 20 years ago. Was this? I can't remember. This wasn't a free event?
Yes, it was.
It was? Okay.
Yeah, so what happened was you had to be the first. I think there's 20,000 tickets given away.
Okay.
So you had to be the first to log into a website online.
Ooh, in 2005.
No, it
Dial-up.
was totally... I still have my ticket, and on my ticket, it's $0.00.
Wow. So you were there all day.
All day.
And what were the conditions like? Are you talking about a really hot, sweltering day? Or?
It was hot as heck.
Okay.
It was so hot. It was sweltering hot. That day.
Right.
And it's one stage, right?
It was one stage, and I remember that it was so hot that we weren't allowed to bring in water, and I went to go buy a water at some guy's house, and the guy wanted $50 for water.
Oh my God!
And I told him, "Listen, I'll get an ambulance for $45."
So was there booze on site, or was it a dry event?
No booze.
No booze.
I'm not gonna say I didn't sneak any in, but
that's what I'm assuming people would do, right? Yeah. And what about traffic?
Traffic. I got dropped off, so I don't really remember the traffic. I don't think,
Well, that's
crazy. When you're at a festival like that, and it's one stage, and it's all day, and you're there all day, I guess you're just moving around the entire grounds. You know what I mean? Because it's so hot, you got to use the bathroom.
I was front row. I was.
Oh my God!
I was front row. I was right against the stage. I was so close. That's why I'm on YouTube.
So if I go on YouTube, how will I know it's you? What are you wearing?
I was wearing a Pepsi hat.
Pepsi hat.
Let
me guess. No shirt.
I was in it. I was actually on YouTube twice. I'm in it during Motley Crue.
Okay.
And I'm in it during Deep Purple, too.
Oh, okay.
Smoke on water. You can see me playing there.
So you're there the whole time, sweating. No, that's not sweat, actually.
Boy, front row is a young person's game for an event like that.
Oh, my gosh. Even then, I'm thinking, you wouldn't, right? Who does? It must just be a rotating amount of people.
Yeah, thanks for the call. You got guts.
Rock 95.
We talked to someone earlier that was there, and you were there as well.
We got tickets from friends who couldn't attend, but they were in a lottery to, of course, get the tickets. and it was first come, first serve. So the day of, the thing that we remembered the most was Great Big Sea having all of their equipment lost in transit.
Oh, no.
They basically borrowed instruments from others. They had their Bowron drum, and they had at least a guitar, unless it was borrowed. And they did it all acoustic.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Did they announce that they lost their equipment?
Yeah.
Oh, they did, huh?
Yeah, they said, well, it wasn't lost. I guess it was like lost in wherever their flight was from. So they never got most of their equipment. So
what a bummer. You know, you're doing the biggest concert of your life on a worldwide stage. No equipment. I could only imagine that they were panicking.
Yeah.
Yeah. It turned out okay, though, right?
Yeah, and somewhere I have the DVD, but it's lost in the archives at home. So
Yeah, well, that's what
It's
happens.
with their equipment.
That's what happened. Yeah, exactly. Nice. Oh, did you have
was a
fun?
great
Do you
day,
remember? Do you remember being a good time, or would you say it was?
Oh no, it was unbelievable. But we finally went in. There was a back sort of a way to get in off of Big Bay Point,
Right.
and we were waiting in the lineup with people like for an hour and a half. We finally saw people walking in at the other end and thought, hey, there's another entrance. Let's go there.
Oh, okay. Was traffic a nightmare?
We're close. We're just in town, so we got dropped off, actually.
Smart. That's the way to do it.
I don't remember how we got home. I think we walked home.
Yeah, why not, huh?
All the way along Big Bay Point over towards Young.
You were 20 years younger. You could do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Craig, Brian, and MJ. The Rock 95 Morning Crew on Barrie's Rock Station. Rock 95.